Aquarius.
Hello Aquarius, this is your astrological forecast for that of April 2016, and we have like a whole bunch of planets now going on here, so you're going to have like a window of opportunity to really focus here, and that will be your third house. Now we're going to be talking a lot about the third house in this reading, just because that's apparently where all the action for the most part is going on, and you'll come to see. Now the third house has to do with communication. It has to do with you interacting with neighbors, siblings, and so forth. Also, anything that has to do with movement, like short distance travel and so forth, or contracts, papers, communication as far as giving presentations and so forth. So it's really a communicative month. You have the sun, you got Mercury there, you got the new moon, you got Uranus, Venus will be joining the crowd, and we're getting all these aspects coming in from the transit of Mars, also angling in towards the third house. So this is where the show is going to be, and we'll start out saying that the sun transiting through the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign, is bringing all this fire, all this energy and activity into this area. So Aries, they're not just entrepreneurs, they're very competitive too, right? So you might just feel that you become a little bit more competitive this month as you aim for your goals. You will find it the way you communicate, which is Mercury is also in the sign here of Aries. And we have the new moon, which is really bringing up new beginnings here, as the new moons do. And it will trigger this fire that you have. And of course, Uranus, the long-term transit, has been there, will still remain with us in this area for several years yet to come. But then Venus, which currently, as we start out the month, is in Pisces, which is very gentle and it's romantic and it's dreamy, but it's in the second house for money and income. So that's where she was working in March, looking at new potential possibilities of how to increase your income, come up with new ideas. Pisces is very creative, but here after that first week, she will also join the crowd in the third house. And so what a party, right? And so you want to use this first week of April to actually dive in to look at how you can perfect your income, because Venus rules money, but on the romantic end of it, it rules your heart chakra, the emotions and the spirituality that you hold, and the values that you have there. So, interesting month, to say the least. We have Mars, which is your current drive, it's your ambitions, it's your goals. It's up there in the 11th house for hopes and dreams. It's you really reaching for those far-fetched horizons, right? So you may find yourself putting a lot of plans on the horizon, even though you can't reach them right now, right here. But for the long term, Sagittarius always thinks long term in that sense. So this is an exciting time where you can actually find yourself daydreaming of what you want to do in the future by planting the seeds right here, right now. Saturn in the same area of the 11th house will help you find a way to anchor them in, so that when the time is right, you'll be able to materialize these things. We have Jupiter, which is the planet of abundance and generosity and hopes and so forth. The enthusiasm that we hold, still cruising through the 8th house of intimacy. And this is where Jupiter is expanding you to go deeper with your partner, to look at his or her needs, what it is they need. So when you develop listening really well, your interaction with your partner will become even more so intimate, personal, and deep. But the 8th house is also money shared with your partner or with partners that you have, as far as royalties and commissions and taxes and investments, those kind of things that might also come to play this month when the other planets are creating a transit to Jupiter. More on that later. But this is also a month where things are going to start slowing down a little bit because we're going to see a lot of retrogrades. We haven't had that for a long time now. Jupiter has been retrograde since end of January, will be until May 10th. But we have here Mars is going to turn retrograde on us on the 18th, straight through that of June 29th. So it's going to start off here until the 18th in your 11th house for hopes and dreams. Then it's going to be backtracking straight through that 11th house and into your 10th house of career, just so that you can have a little bit more of a prolonged area of to wrap up any loose ends that you've been working with currently. This is going to behoove you. So don't think that, oh, everything's going to go slow. Slow sometimes is good. This is why we want to really cherish retrograde, so that we can go back and tweak and get, it's like squeezing the last out of, you know, the sponge or the lemon to get that very last drop of what Mars can do for you in your career area, in your hopes and dreams area, which will be 2 years until next time. So we're loving that, especially for you when it taps back into that career house. Then we have on the 19th, Pluto is going to retrograde from the 19th to September 26th. So that's like 4 or 5 months out. Pluto is in your 12th house, Aquarius. So you won't really notice it all that much, but Pluto works slowly because it moves very slowly. And it's deep inner transformation for you on a spiritual level. And so when it slows down, you're not going to feel like this drive to really push forward on that personal transformation, but it's more like taking things in, absorbing things, allow it time to kind of like generate a few roots there until it's up and running again there, say from October onwards. So yeah, that is what we have, but we're going to start off top of the month for you, which is the Sun, the essence of who you are, is now going to be trining on Saturn. This is on the 5th. So this is between that 3rd house and that of the 11th house, hopes and dreams. So communication, hopes and dreams, it's a very harmonious aspect. So you're going to come to see how this is going to work for you. Maybe you're talking to a group that can be very helpful and supportive of you achieving those dreams. It could also be somebody in the area of friendships or also siblings, since the 3rd house is also there. Then we have the new moon on the 7th. Time to write your abundance check for one. Secondly, new moons are always new beginnings, right? And it now is the new beginning in this 3rd house area. It's going to be a whole year before you get the chance to have that feeling of new beginnings again. So this is where we place our intentions in the area of siblings, neighbors, your closer community, short distance travel, anything that has to do with speaking or writing, contracts and so forth. This is where you want to focus. Education even too, like taking classes or so. So this is a great time, so circle the 7th for the new moon. On the 9th, we have the Sun, which is you, and then Uranus, which is going to pop open that Pandora's box. And we never do know what happens when Uranus comes. But a conjunction could basically be a good thing. Conjunctions mean that they meet on the very same degree on the sky. And so it's a new beginning here too. And whatever comes to the surface on the 9th, you're going to bring that with you in the new solar circle for a whole year as well. Now, on the 12th through the 18th, we have several aspects coming in with trines. Trines are 120-degree aspects of harmony, where you have worked through your challenges, now achieving this harmonious state where you can start now receiving the glory of it. And it starts with the 12th, Venus and Mars, which is love and romance. It's also material goods, money and so forth, with Mars, which is either a male, or it also has to do with your own direction, your ambitions, your goals. So it's a great day to achieve a goal financially. It's a great day to have a date with your significant other. If you're single, well, don't sit at home, because you are just actually really radiating this chemistry on this day, which is beautiful here, Aquarius. On the 14th, we have Mercury, which is the messenger, and coming with news from Jupiter. Jupiter is always looking out for your higher good. It's abundant, it's generous. It might be news coming from afar, since Jupiter rules long distance, but it could also just be here about money matters, since Jupiter is in that 8th house of shared resources. Mercury here now moved into the 4th house, has to do with your home. So in that sense, we can see maybe a refinance could be good. Maybe you're going to be upgrading something in your home, purchasing, or you might just be planning on some future investments. This is a great time for it on the 14th. On the 17th, Mercury again, the messenger, is trining up with Pluto. Pluto now in your 12th house. So between the 4th and the 12th house, they're both psychic houses, emotional houses. It's the house of Cancer and the house of Pisces together. So we got creativity, we got love, we got this whole feeling of wanting to embrace the family. So here we can see something of transformative nature coming to the surface. In that case, it will be good. Whatever it is, for you personally, I can't say, since I don't have your personal chart here, but in the solar chart, this is what that will bring. But you're communicating deep and honest. So I feel whoever's listening in to you on this date, they will have ears to take it in. On the 18th, Venus, again, love and romance, or material values, money, coming in here from Saturn with a trine. Saturn is looking to anchor, to secure something for you. It's up there in the 11th house for hopes and dreams, money, love coming in here. So Venus now having moved into your 3rd house. Well, then you can see these two energies working together to make you feel comfortable, or you also making somebody else feel comfortable with some promises. That's what hopes and dreams are all about. Whatever you're talking about, whatever you're trying to lay as a future, say, dream, well, it's got bearing, okay? So great day for you to initiate something of long-lasting longevity. On the 19th, though, well, no month passes without a challenge. And there hasn't been many this month here, Aquarius, in April. But Venus, which was happy and stable here the day before on the 18th, is now challenged with something. You might not see eye to eye either with a partner, I can't say. But it's up against something here where financially or romantically there might be a little run-in. The best you can do is try to not get into it too deeply. Recognize it for what it is when it comes up. If you're having this energetic encounter with somebody, whether it's your partner or somebody else, try to just lay low. Just tell them to, say you just want a day or two. Then the solution will come. On the 22nd, only 3 days later, when Venus, the same planet, now will come with a solution from Uranus. Uranus always comes with a sense of epiphany, like a full zip file which is downloading and opening up, and you will have it right there. Then things will sort itself out. So you can see 18th, 19th, 22nd, Venus is very, very active, both with love but also with money, the interaction of securing or also starting something new, which that 22nd will be all about. Venus will conjunct Uranus once a year when they pass each other in the night sky for a 24-hour period. What's interesting, though, about the 22nd is the full moon here, Aquarius. For you, it's going to be illuminating your career house. So that, along with a surprise that might just open up, it's going to be a good day. So you do want to pay attention to the 22nd and how that's going to come together and work for you specifically. So you want to listen to your horoscopes too, because that gives you a different type of reading altogether. More details on maybe different subjects, but still pertaining to April. And so, you want to absolutely get that with you, and also listen to your partner's chart, because since you're focus this month is all going to be about communication and maybe some travel and movement. You want to see where all those planets are triggering in your partner's chart. And we'll see you next month in May. Bye now.